concerned about the state of our country today, and I think we need to be, because we're not the United States of America anymore. We aren't. We're the you gotta be f***ing kidding me States of America with this batshit crazy reality show, KY Jelly TV, IDIOCRACY that's hijacked our democracy in this country. It has. I mean, we used to have must-see TV. Do you guys remember must-see TV? Now we got must-have a fucking trailer and KY Jelly TV. You know, with this Republican dick-measuring Donald Trump Duck Dynasty, Kardashian swamp pawn stars, Alabama antique ass-picking, Ku Klux Klan has talent, Sarah Palin, fucking hybrid of a 51-50 fest. Because that's what we have now. We're not the 50 states of America anymore. We're the 51-50 states of America.
Yeah. Prolific. J Flex. In 07, man, we constantly on the ground, man. Constantly in the wind. Trying to get that. Get it back.
When you're a comedian, people love to ask you who your favorite comic is, right? You get that a lot, right? I gotta say, my favorite comedian is Bill Maher. You guys like Bill Maher? Yeah. Not because I'm a doper or anything like that, you know, because I'm really not down with his legalize every drug on the planet mantra. I do agree with Bill Maher that it's time we try something different, though. Let's try something radically different. How about we try setting the right example for young people, okay? How about we send a message loud and clear? You do drugs for recreation, you're a f***ing loser. How about we try that for a change? You know? Oh. That being said, I feel kind of conflicted about meth. Methamphetamine? I actually feel very patriotic about meth. Because it's the only thing left that Americans still proudly manufacture. You know? Just wait till the Chinese get a hold of meth, like they've stolen every fucking thing else that we manufacture. You know, they'll start making it cheaper and better. You think Walmart's Tweaker Central now. Wait till the Chinese start making meth. But I like Bill Maher. I like Bill Maher when you get him started on religion. Don't you? Getting Bill Maher started on religion is like getting New Jersey Governor Chris Christie started on Twinkies. You know, it's like getting Donald Trump started on orange toupees and Rosie O'Donnell. You know, how many of you guys grew up in a religious family like me? Anybody? Yeah. Remember Sunday school? Yeah. God, remember the 6 stories they taught us in Sunday school? I think that had to be where Stephen King got his early inspiration for his scary novels, you know? Can you imagine what it must have been like for Stephen King's kids growing up at bedtime? All right, kids, now that you're tucked in, Daddy's going to read you the first chapter of his new book, Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary? Daddy, does that mean our kitty's going to die? Yes, sweetie, but don't cry. See, that's when all the fun begins. He comes back as a demon kitty, you know? Yeah, I like to do my impersonation of Stephen King at the Oscars. I'd like to thank my publisher and, of course, all my avid readers. But most of all, I'd like to thank King James and my Sunday school teachers for f***ing me up with their sick Bible stories. Thank you very much. That's my time. The entire Philadelphia Eagles football team, almost the entire team, I think there was like 2 or 3 that agreed to go, turned down Trump's request to visit the White House. You can't fault them though. You know what they were thinking. I mean, you're going to go to the White House, you want to at least be able to say that you shook hands with a genuine, real president, right? Not some New Jersey, reality TV show, mob-connected guy who's turned the White House into a fucking McDonald's dumpster fire. But more important than that, you don't want to shake hands with some pussy-grabbing, greasy, KFC finger-licking good person that's going to get a fucking box of, industrial-strength handy wipes to fucking disinfect yourself afterwards. And let me give you an example. Just like what honorable American right now would ever accept an invitation to attend Kanye West's new album listening party? Did you hear about this? Kanye West's new album listening party. Kanye West, who recently held a bromance photo op with Donald Trump on the lobby of Trump Tower. All right, Kanye West, who recently said to the world that black slavery was a fucking choice.
I'm sure by now you've heard Kanye West's comments to TMZ about slavery being a choice.
Yeah.
How did you react to that when you heard it?
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I never supported Kanye from the beginning. Like, I'm a Taylor Swift fan. And honestly, like, with that deal, Taylor Swift did apologize to Kanye the first time, but Kanye West still, like, backstabbed her. So, of course, I, like, obviously think that Kanye's fake.
So what honorable American, black or white, would ever accept an invitation to attend that at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, of all places, probably the whitest town in all of America? All right, what American would ever accept an invitation? If you're going to go to something like that, it's the same thing. You want to be able to tell your friends you met a real, genuine recording artist. You know, not some sold-out Donald Trump token mini-me wannabe.
Hey there, what's your name?
Brandon Nicholas.
Brandon, and what's your name, young man?
Oh, I'm Christian.
Christian, all right.
Ethan.
Hey, Ethan. I'm Connie Bryan, shooting for my TV show, The Connie Bryan Show, on Channel 17 in Sacramento. So let's start with you. How did you react when you heard about Kanye West's comments that black slavery was a choice?
I was confused how someone can think like that. It's kind of like, why would you say that? I mean, common sense. These people, they're put through that, and people are still affected today. I know a lot of African American friends that still have their slave owners' names. It's not a choice. It's where they were put, and they didn't have a choice. And luckily they do now. And I know discrimination is still it still affects, but I feel like we're getting towards a place where hopefully equality seems like it's true. It's living up to what it really is.
Yeah, it's just amazing to hear that kind of ignorance coming from somebody with that much influence. How about you, young man? How did you react when you heard about it?
That's where I was gonna go too. That just when you have so much power and voice to really put out your opinion and influence others, to use it in such a negative manner, just kind of a waste.
Yeah.
And so after that, I sort of stopped listening to Kanye a lot because that's not really something I support. And so I think in listening to his music, you're supporting his views.
Right.
So that's something that just really hurt me as as a person and previous supporter.
So he really let you down.
Yeah.
Same. And how about you, young man?
Well, first of all, I don't really listen to Kanye a lot. I'm wearing a Metallica shirt.
Oh, look at this. Okay.
Yeah. But,
Metallica, all right.
Yeah. But I really wouldn't say like that was a good thing to say at all, because obviously they didn't want to be there. Like they were forced to be on ships and stuff. So
yeah, and there were a lot of uprising. A lot of times they did try to escape, and oftentimes if they were caught, they were hung. And
yeah, but all in all, I think it was just a bad thing that he said.
all right, and how is it going to affect going forward your support of Kanye?
Definitely. It shaped my mind, and I feel like it shaped a lot of young minds too. I mean, if you have an idol that you look up to so much, and he kind of goes out of his way to say that, I hope that young minds don't mold to that.
There's consequences, right?
Definitely,
For
there's
saying,
consequences.
you can say what you want, but like Kobe Bryant said after he heard it, he said, you can say what you want, but there's consequences.
Him saying that was a choice.
And he's supporting Trump, and it's just there's consequences for this stuff.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of it, At the end of the day, though, not everyone is, really caring about that stuff. Some people are just in it for the hype. People just listen to music to listen to music, and they don't care about the meaning behind it. And so some support might die down, but then there's still going to be some support that's there. It just depends on the person whether they care or not.
So guess who did accept his invitation to attend? And not just attend, but host the f***ing party. Chris Rock. I couldn't believe it. But then it hit me. Knowing Chris Rock, I'm sure that he accepted the invitation just so he could have some one-on-one time with Kanye. Since it was a listening party, make sure Kanye was f***ing listening to him. So I'm going to do my best Chris Rock impersonation for you here. All right, Kanye, are you listening to me? Are you listening? Because this is your last chance, Kanye. Your last chance. You better get to detaching your lips from Donald Trump's orange ass and get to apologizing to all of America for being such a giant f***ing Nabisco Oreo. I'm gonna have to get to apologizing for you at my next HBO special. And if I have to apologize for you, I'm bringing new meaning to the expression "just like in prison, bitch."
All right. Hey there, young lady. What's your name?
Aline.
Aline?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Connie with the Connie Bryan Show. And what's your name?
Gabriel.
Hey, Gabriel. So did you guys have a reaction when you heard about Kanye's comments to TMZ about slavery being a choice?
Yeah, I did. I personally feel like, he's just being brainwashed and...
Brainwashed?
Yeah, it's just, we live in a society now where, being relevant is more important than actually saying the truth and actually being open with your people. So his comment is a really hurtful statement to the black community.
Yeah.
And it's just...
Just trying to get attention?
Yeah, I feel like it's a call out. I feel like he's in a really dark place right now.
Yeah.
Because how can you take a man who went from singing songs about, elevating black women, elevating, representing God and stuff like that, to a man who's saying slavery was a choice?
Right.
Like one of his rhymes was, he was talking about how the cocaine epidemic and like the drugs epidemic and how white people get paid for all of the, all of the shit that black people go through.
Right.
They get the benefit from it.
They benefit from the oppression.
But now, you're in a time where he's like talking about, slavery was your choice, and being,
he's blaming the victim.
He's blaming the victim. It's like, I just feel like he's just in a really dark place right now. So, me personally, I don't listen to Kanye that much often, but I do like some of his music and I do like some of his songs.
You like
and
some of it. How is it going to affect you going forward? Are you going to, be a supporter of his music after this?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Kanye, me personally, I feel like Kanye, he's making his money. He got to figure out where to stay relevant. He got his fashion show. He got Kim Kardashian and other people like that, so he got to stay relevant. Right. So that's the main thing,
And how about you, young man?
I can't stand Kanye. Never was a fan of him, and I never thought about making comments on him, but I will on this one. And all I have to say about him is he's just stupid. That's not a good comment to make about
he needs to get
his
educated.
own race. I mean, these are your own people that you're talking about. So, man, that's crazy.
He's got a responsibility to the people that look up to him not to be that stupid.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be your last listening party. When I'm through with you, ain't nobody going to give a Fox and Friends what you have to say. Bill Cosby, when he's 90 years old and gets out of jail, will be selling more CDs than you at his chocolate jello pudding sorority sleepover party.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Young.
You lying about your Russian friends and all your treasonous shenanigans. Ooh, the damage done. I see your hair weave going up in flames. You know you only have yourself to blame. Ooh, the damage done. I've seen the Donald and the damage done. A little part of it in both of his sons, going down like the setting sun. You conned your way into the presidency. Now everyone can see your dishonesty. Ooh, and Mueller almost done. Grabbing pussy, thought you had it made. You lied to hide the fact that Stormy got paid. You fired Comey to keep us from finding out. I sing the song cause you're a piece of shit, and cause we all know that you're Putin's bitch, and also cause 'cause it really scratches my itch. I've seen the Donald and the damage done, a little part of it in both of his sons, but they don't get a pass just 'cause they're so fucking dumb. Well, you guys know we're no longer the 50 states of America, right? Oh no, we're now the 50 states of America. That's how the rest of the world sees us now. The batshit crazy 50 states of America. I mean, how can Republicans call themselves with a straight face the Family Values Party after having seen and heard all the obviously corrupt, immoral, racist, dishonest shit coming out of his mouth on a daily basis when he was campaigning, and thought to themselves as the Family Values Party, I like that guy. Let's elect that guy to the highest office of our land. Apparently it's a family value to brag about grabbing women by the pussy because you're famous, you can get away with it. Apparently it's a family value to pay off multiple porn stars in order to hide multiple sexual affairs from your wife, the kids, and the rest of the country. Apparently it's a family value to denigrate wounded prisoner of war hero Senator John McCain, saying, well, he's no hero. I like soldiers who don't get caught and go to prisoner of war camps. And you didn't even serve with your dubious claim of having bone spurs, you know? Apparently it's a family value to sexualize your own daughter, you know? Two interviews on television, Google it, you'll find them. Trump, and one of them says, oh, Ivanka, she's so hot. If she wasn't my daughter, I'd definitely be dating her. And another one, he's asked what interests they share in common. And Trump says, well, I'd say probably sex, right, Ivanka? Oh my God, apparently it's a family value to take little children away from their immigrant families at the border as refugees, and not only that, but then place them in cages like animals. Would Jesus do that? Apparently so. Apparently it's a family values party supporting it. You know? What the hell? We all saw this stuff in living color. It was no secret when he was campaigning. Which party couldn't get to the polls fast enough to elect this piece of shit? The Family Values Party. The family of the evangelical Christians, you know, more like the hypocritical values party. Trump needs to lie like we need oxygen in order for him to survive. I'm not saying he doesn't need oxygen. He needs the oxygen in order to lie, okay? What the hell has happened to this country? At least about a third of it, as best I can tell. And I have to say, reality television is largely to blame. This mind-blowingly ignorant reality TV they keep cramming down our throats, and here we have this unfit reality TV show host elected to the highest office of our land. Speaking of reality TV, don't you guys miss Steve Irwin? God, I miss Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. See, that's when reality TV was at its ultimate best. It's at its peak, and that was before it became a coined term, too. You know, Steve Irwin risking his life every day molesting animals for our entertainment. You know, nobody else could do it like Steve Irwin. You know, nobody else could get away with sticking their finger up the ass of a 10-foot alligator, you know, and give it a rectal exam for children on primetime television and get away with it not only with the alligator, but with PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, because they were always cool with anything Steve Irwin did with the animals. There's always like, well, you know, he clearly loves animals, and besides, we've seen worse on Sesame Street with how they treat Big Bird, you know, and I think the alligator probably had it coming anyway. But I miss Steve Irwin. I'm always reminded of Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, anytime I go home to visit my fundamentalist religious family in Florida. Because it's always like an episode of the crocodile hunter. It's always like, shh, now kids, don't try this at home. The only reason I can do this is because of my many years of experience dealing with other scary creatures like the Egyptian cobra and the Nile crocodile and the cast of Duck Dynasty, but I digress. I'm about to get up close and personal with a creature even scarier than that, the Florida Trump-supporting Southern Baptist. Now kids, like I said, don't try this at home. The only reason I can do this is because right now, I know they can't see me coming. You see, that's because the Florida Trump-supporting Southern Baptist is a distant cousin of the African ostrich. Now, you know how the ostrich likes to bury his head in the sand, right, kids? Well, you see, the Florida Trump-supporting Southern Baptist has a similar weird habit, except they like to keep their heads buried way the f*** up their ass.
Well, you know, with this Trump idiocracy we find ourselves living in today, here's what I want to know. Who the hell are these people in New York and LA who are responsible for television programming today? These morons. And clearly that's what they think of us. Do you guys remember must-see TV? You know, Seinfeld, Friends, more recently The Sopranos, Breaking Bad? Listen, must-see TV is a thing of the past. It's clearly been replaced by an entirely new motto, must have a f***ing trailer and KY jelly TV. It's clearly been replaced by must masturbate TV. Yeah, because you probably are sitting in your double wide, you know, on your couch with the plastic protector on it with your KY in one hand and the remote control in the other, flipping around going, what the hell? The 12th season of the Kardashians? Click, what's this? South Carolina swinging single moms? Click, Alabama antique ass picking. Click, Swamp Pond stars. You gotta be kidding me. Click, Shark Week. Oh my God, I'm just gonna play with myself along with Anderson Cooper on CNN. Speaking of Shark Week, who are you people, huh? Who are you people who can't wait every year for Shark Week to come out on the Discovery Channel? And they're nothing but, you know, fake documentaries. They're like more like reality shows. They start them off with this stuff like, we shot this shark documentary because we're trying to help people understand the shark. Are you kidding me? You gotta be dumb as a box of rice. You gotta be dumb as a Trump supporter not to understand sharks. So I'd like to do my impersonation for you now of a great white shark if he had the personality of one of my favorite comedians, Chris Rock. You got to be freaking kidding me! All you people out there with your Netflix and your cable and your satellite dish on demand, there's no excuse. You have to have seen the movie Jaws, but you're still watching shark documentaries trying to understand us? That's like all you women out there who've been over by all the men who told you they loved you, slept with you, and they never wanted to cuddle afterward, and you never heard from them again, yet you're still reading cosmopolitan magazines trying to understand men. Listen, ladies, there's only one thing you need to know to understand men. Men want to f*** everything. Everything that moves, they want to f*** it. Same with sharks, except we want to eat everything. Everything that moves, we want to eat it. Still don't understand? Okay, let me put it another way. How would you react if you woke up in the middle of the night to find some stranger splashing around in your bathtub? You'd grab your Glock 9, and he'd be lucky if he survived the experience. So I want you to picture a great white shark gang member with a Glock 9 up to your head, and here's the one thing he wants you to understand. Get the f*** out of my bathtub, bitch! You are not the top of the food chain in the f***ing ocean. This is my house. You need to know your place, and that's at Starbucks on the internet with a f***ing mocha latte in your hand.
I'm going to give you the next comedian. She's here all the way from Sacramento, runs her own show up on Sacramento TV. Give it up for Connie Bryan!
Another big hit for Samson Collect Car, everybody. You guys think this microphone's tall enough for me? I'm Connie Bryan, and do I seem tall to you guys? I like being tall, I really do. I just get tired of people coming up to me going, yo, you play basketball? No, do you play miniature golf? I saw the little putter and I just assumed, oh look, now it's a 3-wood. That's kind of a joke grenade a couple of years ago. I have to chew, I'm so tall, I have to chew a lot of gum when I date. It's not so much for me and my breath, but it's for the guys in case they try to climb up and try to kiss me. It keeps their ears from popping. See me after the show, okay? But listen, ladies, I don't leave the girls out, okay? I just give them half a piece, because you only have to climb up half as far. Here you go. But I do. I really like being tall. I do. I just get a little tired of the people coming up to me on the street also going, yo, Weird Al Yankovic, we love your music.
It's not that funny. All right. Speaking of which, I'd like to start off with my newest. Would you guys like to hear my newest parody? All right. This is my newest Lady Gaga parody of her big smash hit, Bad Romance. This is my version, Trump and Putin Bromance. Okay? I want your ugly orange disease. I want that hairpiece, rub it on me. Oh, caught in a Trump and a Putin bromance. Oh, and now the Republicans are shitting their pants. You gotta be freaking kidding me. How can this be really happening? How could anybody be dumb enough to even vote for such a piece of shit? Donald Trump is such a fake-haired fucking moron. Donald Trump is such a fake-haired. Donald Trump is such a fake-haired fucking moron. Donald Trump is such a fake-haired fucking moron. Show us your taxes. Caught in a Trump and a Putin bromance. Maybe it's time we all move to France. Right now it's totally clear as a bell that our nation's freaking out the whole world. He's got his finger on the nuclear button while he's tweeting like a 12-year-old girl. You guys know the chorus. Donald Trump is such a fake-haired fucking moron. Donald Trump is such a fake-haired fucking moron. Steve Bannon's white trash. He's fucking Kellyanne. They're second cousins. Check it out on Ancestry. Caught in a Trump and a Putin romance. And now the Republicans are pooping their pants. You know, even people who are mentally challenged, at least they know they're smarter than him. I swear to God, he likes to talk about dating his daughter. Right? Yeah. But even Ivanka won't go out with him. One more time, everybody! Donald Trump is such a fake-haired fucking moron. Donald Trump is such a fake-haired fucking moron. Show us your taxes.